Hello everyone, this is Alex Tremble from the GPS Leadership Solutions, and today I would just like to share with you really, I think, a funny and interesting story about how sneaky fear can be, and how you really kind of got to keep your eye on it. So I'm gonna jump into it. So I'm super excited. January 6th, 2021, I'll be launching my own talk show. I've been interviewing for the last few months now executives from all across the world, whether it be ambassadors, whether it be the former deputy director for intelligence at the CIA, the former adjutant general for the Maryland National Guard. This woman is phenomenal. And individuals who now become my mentors. People like Jay Morris, who the vice president of education at the Yale Hospital. I can tell you, like, my life has been so positively impacted by this show that's launching that I'm sure you're going to gain a lot out of it. If I'm gaining at it, just asking these questions, I know you're going to gain a lot from watching it. But the story about how that came to be is what I think is interesting and funny. See, I didn't think I could do it. And this is weird because if you know me, those who know me know that I'm extremely ambitious. I'm extremely, I'm always looking for new and bigger things to try to accomplish and overcome, right? Because I know you grow in those situations. However, for some reason, I didn't think I could do this. And so let me just share with you the story of how this came to be. So, about 2-3 years ago, I started getting invited to host and moderate panel discussions for a number of significant organizations and big conferences. And I told my wife, oh my God, I love this. I love moderating panels because I love engaging in meaningful discussion and dialogue and asking good questions and having fun. I really love this stuff. But then I told her, but I can't get paid doing it. There's no way for me to make a living doing it. So I guess I gotta do other stuff. And so I continued to moderate in this kind of wish that I could do it full time. And what ultimately ended up happening is I talked to a friend. I talked to a friend about maybe a few months ago now. And he told me, Alex, if you enjoy doing this, why don't you make a show? I was like, oh, I would love to have a show. One day I'll have a show. He says, just make yourself a show. It's really not that easy. It's not that hard. Just call it a show and market it, and it's a show. And I said, can I do that? Is that a thing I can actually do? And he said, Alex, you're already doing it. And at that moment, my mind began to open up. And then I started to think about what someone said to me 2 years prior. My uncle. I still remember him and I were on the phone as I was in the room, sitting on the edge of the bed, and he said, Alex, you would be great at having your own talk show. That's something you should go after. You would be a great talk show host. And I said, oh yeah, thanks, son. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I never thought about it again. Because in my mind, I guess, my mind thought that this could never be. I could never be a talk show host, so why would I even consider that in my mind? I just kept it moving. And the point I want to make here today is that I consider myself to be extremely open-minded and open for new opportunities and extremely ambitious and I love big goals. Yet, I allowed myself to be fearful of pursuing something that I knew I loved doing. And see, I didn't even notice it. I didn't notice that I loved doing this thing, but I had this fear inside of me that I felt, I guess, I couldn't do it. So I never pursued it, even though I knew I loved it. I guess what was interesting to me is that if someone who is who feels they are extremely open to new and bigger ideas and grand goals, if someone like me can develop fear that is stopping him or her from pursuing their true goals without them knowing it, what do you think you may be doing with? I mean, if you take a look at your life, Are there things that you know you are passionate about, that you're great at, that you want to do, but for some reason you haven't pursued it? I think this is one of the key reasons why I love, one, shopping my ideas around, telling people what I'm doing and sharing my passions, because I get people who then challenge me and press me to do these things. And it made me think differently. It made me think about the situation from another person's standpoint. So that's the first thing. But the other thing is, I think we all have to be very cognizant of questioning our actions and our inactions. Why am I not pursuing this? Do I like it? Do I not like it? And if you can ask yourself those questions and answer yourself truthfully, honestly, I tell people all the time, you can lie to a lot of people, but the person you definitely should never lie to is yourself. So ask yourself those questions. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why aren't I pursuing something that I know I really enjoy doing? And be open to the answer. Now, I know that actually this video went on much longer than what I expected it to go on for. And if you can see the angle shifting, it's because my arms are getting a little tired. But as I wrap up, I do want to, again, encourage you to go to the AlexTrembleShow.com. I'm telling you, it's going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited. You can watch the interviews at the AlexTrembleShow.com. And if you want to just watch it, listen to it via podcast, you can click the podcast link there and it'll shoot you to your podcast. I'm telling you, this is going to be awesome. So as always, don't just look back, reach back. If you found this video to be helpful, make sure that you click the like, click the subscribe, and share it with at least one person. Please, please share this. Don't keep great information to yourself. So as always, stay strong, stay positive, and definitely stay moving.